Hi, welcome back to our episode of Knowing You. My name is Tiffany Cano, and I have been doing interviews with people in my empathic community of Highly Perceptive People Academy. And today I want to bring Matthew McGregor onto the show because he is this little inspiring, youthful ball of energy that I just knew from the moment that I saw his aura without even clairvoyantly trying to look that he had this aura of success around him. And I gelled with him when we spoke. So thanks so much, Matthew, for joining me today.
Absolutely. I'm so honored. Thank you for having me, Tiffany.
Wonderful. So before we, get into, well, I would just like to say when we start, I like to start with really cool questions.
I like it.
That help us to get to know each other more on a personal level. So,
Wonderful.
Important question number one. Who's your favorite superhero and why?
Oh man. There's so many to choose from. I've got to say that my favorite superhero, I know it's kind of stereotypical, but like as a kid watching it growing up, I was kind of a fan of Superman. I know a lot of other kids were like totally into Batman or like Iron Man or like all these other things. But you know what? The classic guy with the S on his shirt that can shoot the lasers from his fly around and like, right? I don't know. It was like, I thought he was the most amazing thing as a kid. So I'm like, why this, I don't know. But now I love all sorts of Marvel, and I think Iron Man's pretty cool too. He reminds me of Elon Musk a bit.
I'm a Marvel nut. I've always loved them, and I thought this would be a fun question to roll with you on. I mean, I'm torn between Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel. I mean,
Ooh.
Wonder Woman's half god, but Captain Marvel, I mean, she has some really amazing powers. So I'd lean towards her right now.
I can see that. I like it. I like it.
And with superheroes, they want to make the world a better place. And I know that at a deeper level, I think entrepreneurs want to make the world a better place, in their own way. So
yes.
How would you create our world? Like if you could just superhero the heck out of it, and create it however you wanted, what would our world look like, feel like, be like?
If I could have it any which way I'd choose, the biggest thing to me that I want to see in the world is a bigger sense of you could call it a community. Often people call it being with either building their tribe or being involved in a tribe they can relate to. Oftentimes I feel that so many people are a bit lost in the world, that they don't have someone or something that they can connect with and engage with and feel like they are involved and feel like they're supported and feel like they care. And this is a little bit on kind of how I got started in the entrepreneurial sort of space is making sure that people feel like that they're involved in a place where they feel taken care of and that people care.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was to expand on that just a bit further, if I may, specifically around ensuring that everybody has like essentially that people, I guess I'm kind of reiterating that the people are taken care of, and that everyone has this place that they can go to call home, that's beyond just their immediate, support and immediate family. Yeah.
Thank you. And when you're not, creating a world like this, what do you do for fun?
I really like skiing.
Snow
I
or water?
really, really, pardon me? Oh, snow.
Snow or, okay.
Yeah, like downhill or like getting up to the high speeds. That's my thing. And then in the summer, I golf. I know some people are like, Matthew, that sounds kind of lame, but man,
No,
me and my
it
friends,
doesn't. I mean, you're
it's
up
like
in
the coolest
Vancouver.
thing.
You should explore the snow.
Right? Exactly.
When I was in elementary school, through high school, I was on a ski team. And every weekend I would go skiing. And when my parents were so cool because I got really good grades. So
Yeah.
my mom would leave me like this blank piece of paper with just like her name. And it was okay if I ditched school as long as I kept my grades up. And I remember how many times I wanted to or could have ditched and gone skiing. I think I did once, but like I was I really loved skiing, so I get that.
Totally.
Yeah, yeah, and so playing, helps
Yeah.
us to offset when we're working our patooties off. And you, young man, 21-year-old genius marketing awesomeness, what do you like, what had you start your own business so young?
Well, there were a couple of variables, though the biggest one definitely was I actually started my first business when I was 15, so quite young, and
What was that
I
one?
look like I look like I'm 15. I'm 22.
Okay,
Uh,
22. All right.
Yes. And that business was a video production company where people wanted like a $5,000-$10,000 really high end like video, but they couldn't pay for it. So that's where I came in, and I did that kind of high quality, high class work at a reasonable price. And what actually got me started in that was that all of my other friends were going out and getting their kind of minimum wage, sort of lower tiers kind of jobs, and I was thinking to myself, I'm too lazy to work that hard for that little. Are you kidding? $10 an hour? You lost your mind? Absolutely not. So I also obviously though needed to figure out the entrepreneur thing. It took some strategy, took some implementation, and that's why part of why I found success a little bit more easy was I got some help from some mentors and some teachers right from the very get-go, because I admitted to myself and I said to myself, I can't do this on my own. Like, it's going to be way, way too hard to figure this out myself. And heck, there's people who have already done it. So why not give it a go? So that's kind of how I got started.
Nice. And who were some of
Yeah.
your greatest mentors?
Oh, yes. Well, my favorite mentor, not to pick any, sorry about that, other mentors.
We won't tell them.
Yeah. One of my favorite mentors is his past, though his name was Jim Rohn. Some
I've
people
heard,
may have
yeah.
heard of Jim Rohn, yes. And he was a master when it comes to the philosophy behind the business and the work and everything that goes into it. One of the most profound things that he shares in his one of his main talks is he likes to say the secret to wealth and fortune, first on the Bible, because the question was asked, how can we achieve greatness, great wealth, great power, great influence, great recognition, great self-esteem? How can we achieve greatness? The master teacher was asked. And here was his formula for achieving personal greatness. He said, find a way to serve the many, for service to many leads to greatness. So Jim Rohn was very powerful at delivering these incredible philosophies that I believe are necessary for the foundation of business success. And then I had all sorts of other mentors for like how to do webinars and launches and digital marketing and Facebook ads and whatever, the technical stuff. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how do you serve many?
Well, I didn't start out serving many.
Okay.
I started out looking to serve many and seeing how much impact I could get. And what actually transpired was that another one of Jim Rohn's philosophies that I like to share is like if you care enough or if you care at all with people, you'll get some results. But if you care enough, you can have such extraordinary results. And so part of my philosophy in business is to way over deliver. And that was how I started with my video production business. I way over delivered given the investment cost. And actually people started seeing that I was doing my own marketing and my own website and funnel and this sort of stuff to bring in clients for the video production business. And they actually were like, hey Matthew, can you do that for us too? And that's how I got started in the world of digital marketing. And now what's cool for me is that while videos are cool, like I think that's awesome. If you're a videographer, I still do it from time to time. It's cool. Though with the funnel building business, and now my new project I'm working on to help people create like their own mobile apps for like iPhone and Android at like a ridiculously low cost. What's cool about that is when someone gets their own working client attraction system, you could call it that, whether that's a digital marketing campaign or an app or whatever it is, that person is then going to go on and affect the lives of all of their clients. And so if you run the numbers, if I'm able to affect 5,000 people who then go out and affect 5,000 of their own clients, I've essentially been able to impact 25 million people through
Nice.
that effect. So yeah, that's what I think it's fun.
Love it. And so I noticed that the name was 22 apps. Does that mean you've built 22 cell phone apps when you started this company?
Not exactly.
What's the 22 for? Your age or what?
I guess we're about to reveal this for the first time. I was looking for a cheap domain name. But that's an industry secret. No, but we were looking for a cool name that kind of gave a good ring to it, and we came up, 22 apps. That sounds cool. That sounds awesome. So that was kind of the name for it, though. The vision behind the company, of course, is much more than just the name. But yeah.
And I mean, speaking of apps,
yeah.
Just so everyone can know, like, Matthew's going to be making me an app. I'm going to have him build me a cell phone app for my Highly Perceptive People Academy community. So, when I have time to sit down and figure out what I want into it, and then he builds it, you can circle back to us in about, 1 to 2 months, and it'll be probably ready to rock and roll at that time. So, what kind of cell phone apps could people build?
Yeah,
Like what kinds
good
of,
question.
yeah, like how, yeah, because
I'll share a bit on it. Totally. So to give a little bit of pre-frame, a little bit of context, what I've actually been developing over the last 6 months is a software platform which allows anybody to essentially design, create, and build their own app. So instead of having to learn how to code and spending $40,000-$50,000 on a development team to do that, we've built a platform where you can just use our software and build it visually for almost nothing. So that's like the gist of what we're working on. So what you can design through our platform, what we've created it for, a lot of people when they first hear an app, they think, it's just going to be another website. Like, it's not going to do it. It's not going to do anything for me. But we don't want that for our clients. If you weren't going to make a dime off your app, I probably wouldn't sell it to you unless it was for some other noble good cause. I want apps to. You could say I'm on a mission to bring this idea of mobile app marketing to the world. So you've heard of email marketing, you've heard of social media marketing. We're actually on a mission to create a new industry that's even more influential called mobile app marketing. And the reason it's more influential is because mobile apps are a place where your community and your tribe can go ahead and access all things you directly from the home screen of their phone. They don't have to go type in your website. They don't have to go find you. They don't have to go looking for you. You're just right there. And it makes it so that they can, instead of maybe getting involved once a week or once a month, more realistically these days, they can be involved daily or multiple times a week to engage with you, connect with you, learn from you, and obviously work with you. So that's kind of what we're looking at, and the mission we're on, and is filling that up with really value-packed content that helps lead to them saying yes to choosing to work with you.
So what kind of content could an entrepreneur put in their app? So if you were to, think of me, and we haven't even had our brainstorming session on it, but can you give some ideas?
Yes. So the most of my clients so far we've been designing their apps as what are called resource apps. And this is a place where your community can go to access videos, courses, audios, meditations, articles, daily inspiration or weekly inspiration, tip of the day, quote, message, whatever. And the key thing behind adding in these courses or audios or whatever it is you've got is that there can be that consistent call to action to say, hey, let's do something more, book a call, register for a webinar, sign up for this thing, learn more, go through even more of these courses, and grow that engagement through your content. It's kind of like, think of it like as if you were sharing stuff to your email list or sharing stuff on Facebook, but it doesn't get lost. Whereas with Facebook, 1% of your clients see things, or on email, it goes to the spam filter. This is a place where when you send out, for example, you send out a push notification to your app users, meaning that, you send them the little ding on the phone and it goes ding and notifies everyone. There's no spam filter. So everyone opted into the push notification is going to receive it, and they're going to be able to open up your app and see what's new, see what they can learn, and in whatever format you choose. The other example of an app is a tool where some of my clients, I'd say about 20-30%, have been creating it more as a tool where it's like, well, one client comes to mind. Her and her partner have this app where they have kind of like an angel card deck sort of thing in the app. So they have these virtual card decks that people can access, and they flip over a card and they have this message that means something to them. And on the back end, how she monetized that is she has like some other programs or retreats and different things that she has that kind of accompany the app. Yeah.
Fantastic. And I love the idea of people actually being able to see Tiffany has a live stream coming up in 20 minutes.
That's right.
Rather than it just getting lost in email. Like, I'm overwhelmed by all the friggin' emails that I get, not including all the spammy ones. I mean, even just like the ones that I actually want to engage with. I like these people. I want to know what's going on in their life, and even that's a lot. So that'll be a cool way to do that. And then don't you also do like regular online marketing, funnel building stuff too?
I do, yeah. Totally. As far as that goes, I'm very, very passionate about helping people scale up their business, create online systems, build income digitally, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's a separate business from the apps, but it's also part of what I do. Yes.
Great. And can you do you have a gift for people today?
Yeah, totally. So it's actually I put together this thing for anyone here today who it's called the Ideal Client Success Formula. So it's called the Ideal Client Success Formula, and I'll explain it. And if you want it to go get it, you can go over to 22apps.com / Oh, you've got it in the chat?
I just put a bit.ly
awesome.
URL in the chat, but you can
perfect.
give them my URL too if you want.
Yeah. It's over at, you can either click the bit.ly URL in the chat or go over to 22apps.com / Tiffany. And basically it's called the Ideal Client Success Formula, and it is a training all around how to make sure your messaging is super, super, super proper and refined. And what messaging is where you're speaking to your ideal client in a way where they hear your message and they act on it by either moving forward, booking a call, register for a webinar, or buying your program, product, or service. And where I see people go wrong so often is they've got the best program or the best product in the whole world, but they're marketing it to not exactly the right audience, and it's almost feels like something's not exactly aligned. So this will help you really align your marketing and your branding and your message. And then also, as a side note, on the next page after that, there'll be a link to book a time with me if you are interested in chatting about what an app might look like for you. I'm happy to chat with, say, the first 5 people who go over there if an app is at all up your alley.
Nice. Thank you so much. I love your youthful spirit and the wisdom that you have and the business acumen. Like you've got it all together, and I know you're going to go even greater places and skyrocket as your app gets out there, and I'm proud of you. Really great job.
Aw, thank you. Well, I'm excited you're coming along the way. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm happy for you to help me too. So, all right. My beautiful community, connect with Matthew. I put the link in there, and we will. My next interview is Wednesday afternoon. So keep your eyes open for that. And then Wednesday evening will be the Blessings for Humanity live stream meditation, and I'll do some healing in that. So you can participate at both of those. All right. Thanks again, Matthew. Have a great day. Bye for
Thank you,
now.
Tiffany.
You're
Bye.
welcome.